Welcome back to another day here on the Pixelborn Lorcana client. We are going to be playing an Amethyst Ruby control deck. Rubiest, bounciest. We are going to focus on cards such as Arthur, who is probably the heart and soul of this deck, and several other cards that can bounce, such as Madam Mim, Merlin, and then cards that care about being bounced. So Arthur's interesting because he doesn't care who he bounces, right? His ability is doing a thing. But he does care, like Merlin cares if he's bounced. He does a thing when he's bounced. We like to bounce LeFou. We can replay LeFou, untap Arthur so he's safe from attacks. That's always a good combo. It's possible, but not very likely. Queen of Hearts takes out something with only one power, so she ends up surviving. Arthur bounces it to our hand, we replay her, takes out something else, still ends up surviving. That's always possible. Bounce Maleficent, replay Maleficent, draw another card. That's always an option. Tons of cool synergies with Arthur. A lot of the cards, funny enough, literally around Arthur, work really well with Arthur. Outside of that, it is the bounce part is kind of encased in a control late game. So early game, we're kind of aggressive. We're kind of doing our own thing, trying to make our opponent react to us. And then once our opponent's kind of spent a lot of resources trying to deal with us, we shift gears into Maui, into Yzma, into Lady Tremaine, into Maleficent, where we now control them. I'm interested to see how well it works. We're going to run a couple copies of the spell book as like a late game, hey, I don't even need characters to beat you at this point kind of thing, to see how well that goes. But early game bounce, late game control. Let's see if we can win a few. Going first. That's so rare. It feels like whenever I go first, I lose games though. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Let's get rid of the uninkable. Let's get rid of the really expensive character. Let's get rid of Mim. Let's get rid of Minnie. Let's try to get an Arthur. No Arthurs. Dang, dang. I drew half the cards I got rid of back. Great. My favorite. I love when that happens. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna ink a LeFou and play Minnie Mouse. And my opponent won't know that I'm on purple. They're gonna suspect it, of course. They're like, well, that or Sapphire. Those are the only colors that red goes with. Alright, opponent. It's your first turn. I recognize how tough the first turn is. You're like, what do I ink? Which game plan am I settling on? Settling on a hook. Play Pascal pass the turn. Alright, Pascal gets around that Captain Hook quite nicely. Opponent has discovered there are cards in his hand. Snake to bounce the hook. Interesting. Oh, there's an Arthur. My plan was to play Maleficent and sing the Friends at some point. But there's an Arthur. Alright, we're definitely playing Arthur. Pascal's too good of a character to have in play. With my Arthur boy. The downside is, though, once Arthur goes, he's gone. Little Yzma. Okay, must be careful. Big Yzma can shift in. I get to draw cards if they target my stuff, but must be careful. Oh, there we go. Alright, quest. Bounce the Minnie Mouse. Play the Snake. Bounce the Arthur. Replay the Minnie Mouse. Oh, that was good. Alright, Arthur successfully done his job. Possible it's time to shift into control. Yzma lets me choose unless they're gonna sack their own Mim. No, Yzma gets them choose, that's right. It's Lady Tremaine where I choose. Always getting the two mixed up. So who's the threat here? Pascal because you can't hit him? Madam Mim because it's just big? Madam Mim because it's just big. Okay. Maui just in time to take down Yzma. Is it time to switch into control? Got another... I've got a lot of Arthurs. Okay. That's a lot of Arthur. Maui's definitely going to be a 2 for 1. Right? Dang, do I have to ink the goat here? I think the card draw is too good. I'm going to have to ink the goat. Alright, Maui's an easy 2 for 1 in this situation. If they have a point of damage, which they might, they may use. So do I hold on to Minnie Mouse just in case? I think I do. It's nice for Arthur. And this way I'm kind of forcing. Okay, Madam Mim will be attacking. Alright, what card you getting back? Swords? Yzma. Back into the deck. Yeah, Madam Mim's certainly trading here, right? Yeah. They should honestly have just... If they want to make the trade, they should have just inked or requested. Maui has to attack, so I'd have to find another way to deal with it if I wanted to save my Maui. That was definitely a misplay by my opponent. Alright, opponent is very low on cards. Let's see if we can take advantage. Maui's good. If I ink it, I can get 2 Arthurs down and have a really big lore swing. That could just very well be a lethal play. The lore swing's next turn, of course. Arthur bounces Minnie. Arthur bounces Arthur. I've gained 6 lore, 7 off of Minnie. Brings me to 13. And then they can only deal with 1 Arthur, so they need a big character here to be able to deal with both Arthurs. And then we're going to draw some cards and probably just play the spellbook. Ink the Minnie Mouse, quest with the spellbook, go to 14. That is certainly a line of play that we are considering here. Quest. You got no plays? I was going to say, it's not a board wipe. They did deal with the Minnie. Okay, Arthur bounces Arthur. So first things first, let's make sure we deny his ability. And then we'll accept his ability. Then I'm going to play LeFou. Untap my Arthur. I'm going to play another Arthur here. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to sing. I think having 2 Arthurs at this point is maybe a little redundant. And I'll play the Pascal. Alright. I think we're in a really solid spot here. We knew the Arthur was going. Easy. Oh, Yzma chooses the other Arthur. Are you gonna let me... Oh, no, they're gonna draw their own cards. Good. Let's see. Quest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna gain 5. Bounce the Arthur. Replay the Arthur. We'll bounce LeFou. Could just replay LeFou here. LeFou and Sorcerer. think that's slightly better. Awesome. This game's over in 4 turns, no matter what. Oh, man. Alright, opponent. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. I had it to hit him. Oh, wow. Wow. Today I just go first, don't I? Alright, that's a lot of bounce effect. With nothing to bounce except Minnie Mouse, I guess. Let's see. Turn 1, Minnie Mouse comes down. Turn 2, Mim bounces Minnie Mouse. Turn 3, let's play a different Mim. Very slow roll. Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of this one. No Arthurs. Okay. Alright, I have to keep Minnie Mouse because I need something in play if I'm going to have Madam Mim and possibly sing the Friends. Alright, Dagon, you gots to go. Minnie Mouse down. Melee Waluigi. What a name. Waluigi. Alright. What colors shall we be playing against today? Red. Purple. It's like a Badmere match. I don't think I'm quite what you're expecting, opponent. And pass. You got a turn 2 play for me? A LeFou. A LeFou. A LeFool. Alright. I think my turn 3 is just going to be a Friends on the other side. The question is, do I ink Minnie Mouse, Madam Mim, or Maui? I think I'm gonna ink the Minnie Mouse. You've served your purpose. Your purpose is served. Okay, and I'm gonna quest. I'm happy to do the 2 for 1. They're gonna quest. Alright, which character are you bouncing though? LeFou? Olaf. Interesting. Is that just for the inkability of it? If I had to guess, that's probably exactly what it's for. Alright, we're in a little pickle here. A lot of my stuff bounces, and I have nothing on the field to bounce. Let's see, the snake's a little cheaper. I think ultimately I'm playing Merlin here just to draw the extra card. And then he's a body on the field that doesn't doesn't require something else to get bounced. Ah, Queen's good too. Got a quest. We're gonna see another bounce. We are gonna see another bounce. Okay. A useless LeFou. Alright, how do I want to do this? Is it gonna be a Merlin Queen turn? Or a Merlin Snake questing with the Merlin drawing the extra card? That could be interesting. Alright, I gotta ink something. I'm gonna ink Maleficent here. First request. Now we're gonna bounce him and draw a card. Nice, I got the goat. The greatest of all time, Merlin! Let's see, turn 5. Nothing particularly threatening. No Maui for the big swing, because there's nothing to swing at. No Yzma, that's turn 6. No Lady Tremaine, that's turn 6. Dragonfire. Okay. Wow, Merlin was constituted enough of a threat to be a... Or Merlin. Arthur, I keep making that same mistake. Arthur was a big enough threat for that to be a thing. Alright, now we gotta be careful, because now we're on Lady Tremaine, Yzma territory. So I don't want to be left with one character. So I can. Getting 2 characters down would be sublime. I think I'm inking Maleficent here. Alright, let's play the goat. Or the goat. Merlin Rabbit face. And the Queen. Now if I quest here, I could force them to do the trade. I could also play a card like Maui and attack. Perhaps I should take the trade here. Yeah, let's be in a more controlling position. Let's reduce my opponent's resources and not leave it up to chance that they'll do what I want them to do. Alright, Yzma's good for us. We get to draw cards if they target our stuff. And Lady Tremaine's not a problem because we'll definitely get rid of Merlin to draw the extra card. Unless you're working on targeted removal. Okay. That's fine. Gotta be careful. We're moving into board wipe territory here. So it's possible I'm playing the goat. Bouncing the goat. I think that's exactly what I'm doing. Play the goat. You're big enough to sing this. Let's sing that. And let's bounce the goat. Now I could go for another character here, but I think we are looking at board wipe territory. I still have 2 characters in play. I'm still playing around the Yzma Lady Tremaine nonsense. So hopefully this is just... Okay, so there's the Maui we're thinking about. So we get to draw the card. So we still have our advantage there. Nice. Now I could go for the full board wipe here. Trade Madame Mim, play Lady Tremaine, LeFou dies, and then we have to see our opponent's Lady Tremaine or Yzma. I'm betting they have a Lady Tremaine, which is bad for us in that particular exchange. So then I would need another character down, which I can do. I got a couple options. Let's put the fox away. Now, we're going to play the Lady Tremaine, and in the instance of a board wipe, I actually think I'd rather lose the Queen of Hearts and keep the Pascal, so I'm going to play the Queen of Hearts here. Whoa, what is happening? What is happening? Man, I hate when this game's all glitchy. Is Pascal just going to be stuck there all game? I can't see your character. Oh, Disney, please make a client because this is incredibly frustrating. I have no idea what I'm playing against. I see an Arthur. There's another character here I can't see. Oh, Maleficent. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't see my opponent's board very well, so this is incredibly frustrating. Alright, how do I want to deal with this? Maleficent's a 2-2. Both untapped. If I play Lady Tremaine... Oh, Pascal's gone. Thank God. I didn't lose a card now. I got Pascal back. If I play Tremaine, they just sack Maleficent, play another character, Arthur does a thing, and then there's pretty much game over for them. Whatever they bounce, they're just going to play again. But Arthur will be tapped. Unless it's a LeFou. I think I'm just going to go for the goat here. I'm just going to go for some lore. Let my opponent do their thing. And then once they're vulnerable, we will strike. And it won't be long before they're vulnerable. It's very likely going to happen right now. Could still see the board wipe. We'll still net the extra lore from Merlin. There's the bounce. The Maleficent's nice because they get to rebuild their hand. But they're going to bounce the Arthur. Replay the Arthur, replay the Maleficent. Very nice opponent. Very nicely done. That bought them a turn. Maybe. How much can I get this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when it dies. 6. I can go to 16. And completely deal with the board. And then I can still get a Pascal down. Alternatively, what happens if I leave them unchecked? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what could they do? Goat, 6, 7. Replay goat, 8. Go to 17. I mean, I'm still sitting on 5 here. So they can't even get that much. They have to interact. Alright, let's draw some cards with friends. I'm gonna let them have another turn. I'm gonna play a goat. Why not? That's an additional 2 lore right there. Just close the game a little faster. And there's victory. The goat was too much. Greatest of all time. Ooh boy, it must be my birthday or something. I never get to go first. And it's happened in like every single game today. I kind of like this curve. Pascal, an attacking queen, Arthur follow-up. Spellbook's probably greedy. Okay, interesting. And I got some inkables. What am I inking? It's funny because the friends on the other side always feels a little greedy. Especially when I have an Arthur who's going to be consuming some turns. Yeah. The thing is, Arthur comes down in 3. So with the friends, Arthur won't sing the friends because he's going to be working on lore. And then the things that we're bouncing with him, we're going to be paying for to get back on the field, so Arthur continues to work. So that front on the other side is looking like a turn 7, turn 8 play at the earliest. And we're playing against another control deck. Alright, I need to get Arthur online ASAP. Noise good, it's got the resist. Doesn't have the extra attack though, right? No. LeFou. Cheap and easy to play. But I think Merlin's or Arthur's where it's at. Why do I keep doing that? Arthur and Merlin are just the same character in my mind, apparently. I think it's because I don't play with the actual Merlin wizard card where he's a human. I only play with Arthur, so when I look at Arthur and he's there with the spellbook, I'm like, oh, this is a young Merlin. Let's maximize, baby. Let's just do it. Get the lore. Get the lore. Get the lore. Get all of the lore. Turn 4. I'm halfway to victory. My opponent needs to work a lot faster to stabilize. Their biggest issue is ink. So yeah, Grandma Tala 1000% always attacks there. Because they need to get to board wipe territory. Teeth and Ambitions is good. That'll deal with the Arthur. There we go. That's good. That's good stabilization. Flavershim, draw some cards. I think it's very important that I can figure out how to get rid of Flavershim ASAP, but I don't think it's happening this turn. Because he's he's definitely going to get another card advantage here and just get way out of control. And I'm a ways off from my own board wipe, but Maui is available. The only downside is once Flavershim is going to net 2 more cards for sure. Maui takes him down, and then it's just a board wipe from the opponent. Giving up an item, so he definitely has an item, yep. Maybe play another item, pay 1 to draw an additional card. Interesting. Take a look. Interesting. I think I would have kept the shield. Paid the extra 1. Yeah, we're 1000% looking at a board wipe here if I play Maui. But gotta play for the chance that they don't actually have it. Alright, Goat takes me to 17 guaranteed here. And then I'm just a big threat ready to go. Don't forget to ink something. There you go. Now you play your board wipe. Yep. Okay, opponent never didn't had it. That is perhaps the worst card I could have drawn in the entire deck. My opponent just got a free turn from me. This is awful news. What I really need is to get a spellbook off the top. Yzma's not great here. But I'd rather have a body on the field. No way my opponent doesn't have some form of removal. Oh, we're gonna see a dragon. Lady Tremaine. Yep. Rather have that body, but nothing I could do. I really want a spellbook off the top. I don't think there's any chance in heck my opponent survives this game if I get a spellbook. But I have to get it, like, right now. Because now they're questing for too much. So now it's going to be a race. Okay. This is looking like a fantastic board wipe. No chance I'm decking my opponent. That's a long ways off. Banish all characters. It's basically all I can afford to do right now. Could ink the Maui, but there's not a lot going on for me if I do that. Flavershim. Keep drawing cards, buddy. I love, love, love it. I would love to see you deck yourself. That's the danger of that deck. It probably gets decked a lot by a whole new world. It's such a fun synergistic deck. They are not making this easy on me. Come on, game. We know our opponent's ability to recover is insane. That deck's recoverability is probably the best there is in the entire format. The entire game, period, right now. The game's early enough, yeah. Alright, that Tamatoa is incredibly dangerous. Now I need a way to deal with that, and I don't have it. I could force them to have to deal with my board. So it's 3, 4. That takes them to 15. So they need to play 5 more items. Lady Tremaine's not good enough. I could go Arthur and literally either one of these. Let's do Merlin, because if it is a Lady Tremaine, I'll get an extra card. Yzma's decent removal. That'll take care of the Tamatoa. Alright, my board is actually lethal right now. Dragonfire on the Arthur. My board is no longer lethal. And now my opponent is in a very strong position. I need a board wipe off the top. I keep finding myself in this board wipe position. Opponent's getting a little thin over there. Oh, that is gorgeous. Board wipe off the top. Opponent gets to recover first though, so I've pretty much lost this game. Let's see. Yzma will help me recover from that. It's gonna cost 6. Alright, we're gonna get rid of Maleficent here. Alright, opponent, you're at all of the ink in the world. 2 scars. It's not great. But it's not strong enough to beat Yzma. Get my little rush character down. Alright, they have to defeat Yzma as well. So here comes another Maleficent for sure. Opponent's drawn their entire deck and has had to play very few cards to deal with me. Down to 15. Yeah, man, if only I could have a whole new world in this particular matchup. I actually don't want it in my deck. I just want it in this matchup. Let it go on the Yzma. That makes sense. Lady Tremaine. That's unfortunate. Yeah, they just have all of the ink in the world, so they can just play everything. And that is... Oh, if I could bounce you or kill you. I can bounce you and kill you. I can bounce you and kill you. Well played indeed, opponent. They thought they beat me. I'm unbeatable! Wow, first again. I would just like to say in reference to that last game, no, I probably should not have won it, but I did, because I stuck with it and saw it through to the end. Alright, I don't need these Yzmas. This is not looking like a fantastic hand if I'm being super honest. Let's get rid of the goat. This is gonna be a bad hand. Okay, we are likely not gonna do super hot right away here. I think I'm starting with the Pascal for the guaranteed safe quest. So my opponent could be aggro and play something here. Yzma. Archimedes. See, just as predicted, opponent played something. It wouldn't have been life-changing for Minnie Mouse or anything, but there it was. Let's get the other Minnie Mouse down. I should save it for ink, but I'm greedy. I'm very optimistic I'm gonna draw Merlin and everything will and Arthur and everything will be fine. I swear I'm not doing it on purpose. Ooh, Amethyst Sapphire. Very interesting. Alright, is Grammatala for sure attacking? For the ramp? I'm not sure. They're not running a board wipe. Does Grammatala attack? And if so, it takes them up to 4. What are they looking for? They need a lot of targeted removal. Oh, they're gonna teamwork that with Archimedes. Interesting. Now Archimedes dies to Minnie Mouse. That's just set in stone now, unless they bounce it. They could play the Mim Snake and bounce it. They still haven't inked. Or did they ink? No, we went first. Yeah, so they should be able to ink up to 4 because they ramped. There was the Mim Snake. As predicted. There's the ink. They've taken the lead. Replays Archimedes. Alright. I think I'm singing the song here for sure. Awesome. Do I bounce a thing? Probably not. I think I'm going to play LeFou. Untap Maleficent. Quest with Pascal. My opponent can't really deal with my board. So let's not offer them trades, right? Eventually we'll get Maui down and just kind of kick their butts. Alright. What can opponent do? Oh, opponent doesn't know what to do. Quest. Yes, leave yourself vulnerable to Maui. Let's see, do I Maui? I have to ink Madam Mim for that. Or I can play Madam Mim. Bounce a thing. Oh, that's probably the play. Make this trade with a Madam Mim trade. Okay, how much can I do? I can definitely do Pascal. I'm going to play Madam Mim, which will bounce a thing. But it's got to bounce LeFou. And LeFou will come down and untap something else. Alright, so this comes down. Bounces LeFou. LeFou comes down. Untaps Maleficent. And just like that, my board is unattackable again. I could do the trade here, but I don't think I will. Look at that. Such synergy! Merlin. Merlin. Mirror. Alright, time to see quests from my opponent. We're gonna do it all. This opens me up for the best trades. So now I have the advantage of deciding what I want to do and where it goes. If I choose to do anything. Quick quest for 5. We're both on 5, so I am in the lead here. Alright, the only way Madam Mim going down is if I'm trading Madam Mims. I have to trade both Maleficents to take, or Maleficent and LeFou to take down Maleficent and Archimedes. Minnie Mouse is free on Grandma Tala, but they get some ramp. And then I'm just left with Pascal, and then I can play both of these. Alright. Let's see it. Merlin definitely attacks Minnie Mouse after that, though. Or this is the situation where I force them to attack me. Which I think I like a lot better. Alright. Merlin can sing my friends, so that's great, which means Lady Tremaine's likely coming down next turn. I'll be interested to see if I get to pick my target. Alright, here's the question. Does Merlin attack or get the Minnie Mouse? Yes, it does. It's got the 1 damage, so they're likely going to bounce it. Question is, can they bounce it and replay it? No bounce. Okay. Alright, there's the goat. Alright, here's the question. Do I attack Merlin with my Merlin? Play Lady Tremaine. That's all the plays I can make for the turn. They're going to choose one of these two to go away. I would guess Maleficent goes away. Just because goat's bigger. Alternatively, I could just draw a bunch of cards. Which I think is stronger. Yes, draw the extra card. I think I will ink you. Just so I can have the spell book down. And technically, Lady Tremaine is now fully online. Okay. Gonna see the full send from my opponent here. Easy peasy. I mean, it's tough against the Pascals. I get it. Like, the only way to really stay in it is to fight back by questing. Merlin was good. They just snuck the lead from us. More uninkables. Very unfortunate. Okay, I got a bunch of cards that care about being bounced, but no bounces. Let's see if I ink the Merlin. Something dies to this. What are they on? +4? Possibly 5 with the Merlin. I'm only on the +3. Lady Tremaine down, regardless of what it hits. It's gonna hit the Merlin so they draw the card. Oh, I genuinely don't know what the right choice is here. Let's see, if I'm Merlin, I'm going to go up to 16. They may go up to 18, possibly 19, if there's some more tricks. But if they don't deal with my board, then I win, I think. Alright, let's play it this way. Just be the aggressor. Alright. They either need to win right now or absolutely devastate me. Now, I wouldn't put it past them. 7's not a lot. They got 4 in play already. So it's 3 sneak points. 1 from bouncing Merlin, 1 from putting Merlin back down. Will they have enough to have another Merlin? Do they just have 2 Merlins in hand too? That'd be interesting. That's not enough though, is it? That's only 6. I'm not sure if my opponent can actually get out of this. They're counting vigorously. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's not enough. Oh, that gets me 6. Not enough. Okay, can I attack and defeat him? I need to find a way to take out one of the Pascals. I gotta take out both the Pascals. Yep, you gotta take out the whole board. Alright, they're drawing a card. Man, I hope the timer doesn't get you. Come on. Elsa's good. Elsa's good. I'm excited. I'm rooting for my opponent here. Elsa was a good draw. It's not enough, though. Now you have to attack. Come on, opponent. Get your attacks. Come on, opponent. Get the attack. Oh, you can't attack Pascal. You can't attack Pascal. Whenever you play this character, each opponent chooses and banishes. Dang, I can't opt to banish my own Merlin. They're on +5. They need a goat, so now I need a way out. It's okay. I'm definitely going to Nope. I don't get a choice. They're on +4. It's going to take them to 18. They could play the goat, bounce the goat, and win. Ooh, is opponent going to snake this from me? Ah, the Elsa was like the only thing that could have worked for him. Very awesome opponent. Alternatively, I could choose to draw a card, but my resources would be super limited at that point. I'd have to get it. No, even a spellbook wouldn't work. I wouldn't have enough ink. I think my only option is to hope that they don't got the goat. Because the goat's pretty much the only way that they're going to get out of this, I think. They could also have their own spellbooks. Alright, I'm putting it on my opponent. This is the make it or break it turn. Opponent, I'm very impressed with you. The Elsa was a very smooth draw. Super cool. I would like to win though, because I'll rank up. If I could find a way to defeat my own Merlin, that would have been sweet. But just wasn't in the pages. Now they need 2. They're drawing a card. That's looking good. Oh, spellbook only gets him to 19! Well played, opponent. Well played. And we get the rank up. Yeah. Welcome to the post-game wrap. We had a fantastic day. There were some close calls, some even closer games, and even a game where we probably shouldn't have won it, but we did get lucky with our top deck. Either way, 100% win rate, and I'm loving it. Yeah, 100% win rate with the deck. That's super cool. What would I change? Honestly, it's tough. It's a tough decision. Like some of these cards, like Minnie Mouse, for example, it serves a really good purpose, but like Minnie Mouse by herself doesn't feel great. But what would you replace it with? That's also this cheap, that has a butt that size that we care about, right? So, tough card. It's tough to make decisions. So basically, at this point, we're just like, it's tweaking numbers. We're running 3 Merlins. Do we want to have 4? How many uninkables do we really want to have? Because if we're going to put in another Merlin, we got to loot, or another Arthur. Still freaking doing it. If we're going to put in another Arthur, we got to drop another uninkable, so we're going to lose this Merlin probably. But maybe these Merlins just need to come out of the deck entirely. The uninkability is challenging. Alternatively, we could play towards more of a Lady Tremaine playstyle, which means figuring out, like having multiple cheap ways to remove our opponent's characters, so Lady Tremaine is always hitting the thing that we want at the time we need it to. Outside of that, the deck's actually really fun. Synergizes really well. The opening hand is incredibly important, but it's a good deck. I like it a lot. You guys should check it out. There's a link in the description down below for the deck list. Also, you'll find the Discord and my Patreon. If you become a Patreon member, you're going to see all my videos 2 days early. You're going to be 2 videos ahead of everyone else. The day that I'm recording this video is the day that I'm also setting that up, so it'll be set up. And then the Discord community is just a fantastic community. We like to share deck lists, talk about the game, share thoughts and opinions on what cards are good, what cards are bad. It's just a good time. That's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.